What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Guys, did you know that Twitter is currently being accused of double standards? Yes, double standards. We cannot have that. I can't stand double standards. No, I can't. If there's one thing in the world. Okay, anyway. So, yes, Twitter is being accused of double standards because ever since our president, Donald Trump, has been struck down with the Corolla virus, people have been acting the straight fool on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on, well, just a wide variety, a plethora. I just say a plethora. A plethora. I love that word. But yeah, a bunch of people, a bunch of social media platforms. You know, people have been acting the fool, talking about how they wish ill upon Donald Trump and probably his wife, his family, Kellyanne Conway, Governor Christie, stay the hell off the beach, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, all these people are coming down with it. It's like the whole Republican convention just like blew the hell up. I mean, who knew? You know what I mean? But yes, this is what's happening. All right, and people are out there and, you know, they're just showing the ugly side of themselves. I mean, it's just so ugly. This man, here these people are trying to bring something beautiful, beautiful into our worlds. And how do we repay them? By wishing them ill. And it's just wrong, right? So anyway, you got Twitter and other social media platforms who are saying, enough, enough. You know, you people, if you can't, like, check yourself, we're going to have to check you. All right, so that's what it's saying. It's like people, they're cracking down on it now, you know, people and, you know, wishing death upon our president. I mean, it's just a bad look, guys. And, you know, I used to say this back when it was Barack Obama. I used to say, man, he's there for 4 years. If you don't like it after 4 years, vote him out. There's no reason for families to be falling out and friends. And, you know, that's like I was talking on the last video about why I had to get off Facebook. The worst thing I saw while I was on Facebook, the very thing that made me, the straw that broke the camel's back, that made me have to get off Facebook, is a good family friend of mine, one who I respected, I thought was smart, made this post about Donald Trump, right? And the post went something like, you know, it's shortly after Trump was elected. You know, a lot of people were like, how the fuck, how does this happen, you know? So this guy says, Donald Trump is gonna put us back on the plantation. I was like, what? Back on the plantation? Dude, when have you ever been on the plantation? You know what I mean? To be put back on the plantation. And what kind of man are you to say that another man is going to put you, a grown man, on a plantation? You know what I mean? It's like I would think that it would be a give me liberty or give me death type of situation. You know what I mean? It's like this man gets into office and it's like, well, I guess I was going. It was a good while it was lasting. Misa go back to the plantation. No, that's Jar Jar. Okay, that's not fair. All right, but my thing was, dude, yo, pick up your nutsack, dog. It's like, come on. But it was at that point that I realized I got to go. I'm out. I'll see y'all later because y'all are just taking the crap too far. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's what you deal with situations like that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, listen, you didn't like Obama. Stop crying about it. You know what I mean? Just make up your mind to raise yourself up a good, you know, candidate next time around and get the guy you want into office. You don't like Trump. Stop your blood clot crying. You know what I mean? Just lift yourself up a good, strong, capable candidate that's not Joe Biden. And, you know, you have at it. You know, that's our system. You know, that's the Democratic system, you know. So I don't know. So anyway, you know, things happen, something, you know, whatever. So anyway, so people are online and they're saying all of this out of line stuff, right? So Twitter has had to crack down, and some people are saying no, they're crying foul about it, and they're saying, well, if you're gonna protect Trump, you have to protect me. All right. So I got this article here that's on the Guardian.com, right? And it says here, Twitter accused of double standards over ban on tweets wishing death upon Trump. Death. It's like the Wicker Man. Oh, my legs, you bitches. All right, so anyway. Ava DuVernay, among those highlighting platforms' lack of action over abusive tweets. All right, and this is by Aaron Wallawalker. Wallawalker. All right, that's a great name. I love it. Wallawalker. So it says here, what does it say? Register for free and continue reading. No, I'm not doing that. Listen, Okay, so it says here, Twitter is facing a growing backlash in the wake of Donald Trump's Crayola virus diagnosis. I'm not saying it, Crayola virus diagnosis, as users accuse it of double standards. Ooh, double standards in the way it polices those who wish death on others. The filmmaker Ava DuVernay and the former children's laureate Mallory Blackman were among. Well, she better be militant with a last name like that. Mallory Blackman. Maybe it's supposed to be Blackman, but I'm saying Blackman. Or among thousands of Twitter users accusing the platform of failing to protect women and minority users from abuse. Many people have tweeted messages to wish the president well, including his election opponent Joe Biden, while others have expressed the opposite sentiment. On Friday, Twitter confirmed that users who wished death upon the president were violating its terms of use. Yeah, I would imagine so. You know what I mean? You just can't be wishing death on people and think that, you can just like or dislike. You know what I mean? It's just not, it's not a good thing, right? Its abusive behavior policy prohibits users from wishing or hoping serious harm on a person or group of people. Well, I don't know. How do you police what people hope? I don't know. They're hoping. You don't know. So it says tweets that wish or hope for death, serious bodily harm, or fatal disease against anyone are not allowed and will need to be removed, the company said in a tweet. It added that the breach would not automatically mean suspension, though. This statement, which has been shared more than 18,000 times, has drawn criticism from many figures who said they themselves had been targeted with similar abuse, but received no support from the platform. Now, Blackman, the author of the acclaimed Noughts and Crosses series, tweeted, "Weeks! I said weeks of death threats and serious threats against my family when I was Children's Laureate from 2013 to 2015 resulted in Twitter doing bugger. I said bugger all about it." Earlier, a Twitter spokesperson told The Guardian that the policy had been in place since April and applied to all users, not just Trump. DuVernay said, "Does this also go for black and brown women who have long been and continue to be harassed and threatened with assault and death on this platform or nah? I think no, because I see those same accounts still up, still causing harm. Your anyone is disingenuous." The football presenter and former England player Gary Lineker questioned whether the policy went far enough. I mean, forgive me for being a bit of a snowflake, but surely wishing serious harm, fatal disease, or death on someone/anyone should automatically mean suspension, he said. A Twitter spokesperson said, "Our singular goal is to improve the health of the public conversation, including ensuring the safety of people who use our service. Abuse and harassment have no place on Twitter, and we have policies in place which apply to everyone, everywhere, that address abuse, harassment, and hateful conduct. If we identify accounts that violate these rules, we will take enforcement action." You put that in your pipe and puff it. A spokesperson told Motherboard that Twitter was suspending some users but would not act on every tweet. Separately, an aide for Biden told the New York Times his campaign would take down adverts that were negative about Trump following the news of his illness. Well, that's mighty big of you there, Joe Biden. And you see, by the way, this is the end of the article. All right, guys, let me just bring this on home for you, okay? Get in the back. I'm gonna bring this baby home, all right? I've been saying this for a long time, guys, all right? Here's the danger of the atmosphere that we've created ever since we got an unpopular president. The fact of the matter is, I don't have to be pro-Trump to recognize that it's a bad look for a country to run around saying, not my president, he's a racist, he's a rapist, he's a murderer, he's a guy who walks the dog and doesn't pick up the poop, he's everything bad that you could possibly imagine. That's him, that's our No, it's not. Actually, it's not our president. And my thing is, it's dangerous to do that because when you have the whole rest of the world looking at you, it makes the country look weak. All right, we're called the United States. We're supposed to be united. and it's very, very dangerous. And I've been saying this since Obama was in too, like I said before. So it's not like I'm not being consistent here. You know, the fact of the matter is that when you do create an environment like this, if something were to happen, which is quite possible any moment of the day, you can find out something happened to the president or any one of us for that matter. All right. But if you keep putting hate out into the atmosphere, right, when something does happen, everybody shares a role in what's going on. You know, everybody is partly to blame, you know, for it because, if you have just cultivated and planted seeds of nothing but resentment and hatred and stuff like that, that's negative energy, man. And negative energy is real, just like positive energy is real. You know, so like I said before, if we gotten to the point where we're arguing with each other and, you know, families are being torn apart and stuff like that, it's gone too far. You know, it really has. It's like people need to fall back, understand that people are going to think different, people are going to believe different. Like I said, if you have the right to love, then you have the right to hate. It's all human. You know what I'm saying? So it's not cool. Like I said, it's just not cool, you know, to have that type of atmosphere. It's dangerous because when something like this happens, you know, like I said before, everybody kind of shares part of the blame for the consequence of it, you know? So you know, like I said, we could do well to really respect each other, wish each other well, and keep in mind, by the way, you know, this whole Twitter thing that Ava DuVernay and these other people are whining about, trying to make it all about them all the time. The man is the president. He's the leader of the free world. All right. So it's kind of different, I would think. It's not cool to harass anybody on social media, but that's what happens. You know, I did a video a long time ago when I was trying to watch a presidential address and it was being live streamed, and all you saw up and down the comment section were racial slurs, you know, and threats against people of color. And I was just like, well, you know, there it is. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they weren't checking it and it was there for all to see. But, you know, like I said, we are all in this together. So it's really something to remember. And let's put some positivity into the world, man, and let's remember that it's so important to do that. You know, I'm not Mr. Sunshine and Light all the time, but I do know that there is energy that's out there, you know, and you have to make sure that you're feeding the right kind of energy. You know, otherwise it can overwhelm everything and destroy everything that we're supposed to be here in this country, you know, which is united. You know, so anyway, guys. You can get in the comment section. I'm going to get off my soapbox. You can get in the comment section and tell me how you feel about all this. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. And of course, you can find me on Twitter. The link to that will be in the description box below. And I appreciate you chiming in and I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.